If you can find a seat, we're going to get started this evening. Thanks for coming. I can tell the weather cooled off because this is the first night this week we've had a more or less a full house right before the show starts. Everybody usually has been hanging outside till it cooled down some, and we don't blame them. Thank you, Doc. All right. We're going to do some quick business announcements, a couple things. We have some lost and found items that have shown up back in the shop. If you've lost things and you're not sure where they look, be sure and talk to Megan back there. I also want to remind you, if you've tagged anything that you intended to buy and you haven't bought it, we're running down on days here. Tomorrow's the final day. And Megan would like to wrap that up by tomorrow evening, right? No Friday morning afterthoughts. Yeah. So, in fact, by Friday morning, you'll probably have it put away. You usually do. Yeah. It'll be gone. So if you want camp merch of any kind, or you want, remember CDs you do with the individual instructors themselves? What's that? Oh, there was a phone left back here. It's not mine. So, but if you lost your phone, they've got it right back there at the sound booth. So, let's see what else. Oh, remember that if you want thumb drives of the night concerts, you need to be talking to Trent back there. He's got a reasonable fee for those, $40 for the whole week's worth of night concerts. If you need a thumb drive, he's got those affordable too at $5 a pop. And then I think that's it. Tomorrow night, well, tonight is the live auction after we finish the show. And so we want to remind you that you're up against heck of a competition, and you're operating with 20 less people here at camp than we had last week. So your chances of winning just went up quite a bit. Yeah, she's fierce. By the way, she's sitting right here in the front row this week. She is fierce, I'll tell you what. She was my spark plug. And Maddie has agreed to be my color commentator tonight during the auction, so it should be quite entertaining, I would think.
Is the silent auction tonight too?
No, dear. Silent auction ends tomorrow night. So if you're up there worried about it now, you probably might as well go sit down, because you got 24 more hours before that gets serious over there. No, the live auction tonight. Silent auction ends after the student concert tomorrow night. We do a 10-minute countdown if you've never been here at camp. It's a lot of fun. We clear the chairs, get ready for dancing, but then I start the clock and we do a 10-minute countdown where you can go monitor your bids on the silent sheets and see if you're still winning. Look at her jaw get tight now. She's like, yeah, I'm not losing my bids. See? Yeah. So she's got that fierce, she's got the fight face on. So anyway, we've never had any serious head injuries, minor ones only during that free-for-all. All right. We have some important other things to do tonight. Two things, or three, kind of in a row here. The first thing we're going to do is have Jill come up and tell us about the
Shorty Phelps.
the Shorty Phelps scholarship that she and her family manage and give away every year. And she's going to introduce the winner, and the winner's going to play us a tune. All right, Jill, have at it.
Thank you. Before I get into the Shorty Phelps Scholarship recipient, I had a thought today that I just wanted to share with you. First of all, thanks for taking a chance on us this year. I think we were all so hungry for musical fellowship that we're just all thankful to be here, and we appreciate each and every one of you that took that chance. Thank you. And as you can imagine, this has been kind of a heart-stopping year for us financially, and we've been talking about our auction all week, but a lot of you probably don't realize that this camp is self-sufficient, and it is the auction that allows us to be self-sufficient. We don't apply for any grants. We don't do any fundraising outside of camp. This is it right here. So come tonight. It's a lot of fun. Even if you choose not to purchase anything, that's okay, but it's entertaining, and so come and enjoy it. Tomorrow night is when you'll get the bargains, silent auction. I just want you to understand how our camp functions. We are self-sufficient, and it allows us to keep our tuition as low as we do. So this is how we do it. And it was the brainchild of our beloved Dot Kent, our dance instructor, who couldn't come this year, but it's been going on for, I don't know, 20-some years, taken on a life of its own. So moving on to the Shorty Phelps Scholarship. Shorty was my grandfather, and he was quite the dance fiddler. He passed away actually before we got into fiddling. Passed away in 1983, I believe. And when my son Cole was 10 years old, he said, "Oh, I want to play the fiddle." And I was like, "Well, sure, okay." He said it over and over, and finally I said, "Well, okay." And the rest is history, and now we are very proud to be involved in this event. I think this is maybe the 21st or 22nd recipient of the Shorty Phelps Memorial Scholarship. Our recipient this year is Caidla Norris.
Yeah.
Where is she? Come on up. Come on up. Caidla has been a very quiet and steady presence in this camp for many years. How many years have you been coming?
It's my 6th year.
Her 6th year. And I think we just have been all so proud to watch her musical growth and got to watch her step out of her comfort zone a little bit this week, so we're very proud of you. So Caidla's going to play a tune, accompanied by Isaac Callender. And Louise.
She's hiding over there. Yeah, introduce it.
What is it called?
Willow Springs.
Okay, I've got it. Okay, you just heard it. It's called Willow Springs.
Spade Coolie time.
All righty, well, I told the group last week, this is gonna be a repeat for your sake, because most of you weren't here last week. When we had camp last, at the live auction, in the previous year we had camp, the 24th year, I tossed my name in the hat. I think it got tossed in for me, but I was happy about that, to write a song for the 25th anniversary of camp. And I'm sorry it took COVID to do it, but I'm kind of glad I had 2 years to work on it. Because I didn't want to write something all schmaltzy. You know, the schmaltz alarm kept going off on every version I'd come up with. So I just want to make it a little more explicit tonight. People like Jill and Penny and other women have come to this camp for years. This is part of an extension of their homes, as you can see with the pink flamingos out here, and they bring their planters full of flowers, and you know, they don't just come to camp, they live here. And they both said tonight, you know, how the staff was looking a little tired, and Janet is one of those people in this group. And they said, you know, they look a little tired, and you know, they're probably glad that the second week's about over because it's a lot of work. And they all three said, well, we could go on at least another week. So, so this is kind of for them, but it's for all of us. But I kind of wrote it from their perspective. So, you want to kick it off there, my friend? Remember, we're going to do a one time through the verse kind of break. Yep. This is called 25 Years Ago. 1, 2, 3. Sister, where'd you learn to play that fiddle? You sound like you got honey on your bow. Well, I went up to this place in old Montana, where I learned to play this fiddle 25 years ago. Oh, my kids were grown and spread out across the country. I wasn't needed all that much at home. So I cleaned the dust off Granny's good French fiddle. I packed up all my camping gear, set out on the road. Every year I go back to those mountains to gather with those fiddle friends I know. We share some news, play a tune, sing along to some old song, where I learned to play this fiddle 25 years ago. Down the line, and every year I go back to those mountains to gather with those fiddle friends I know. We share some news, play a tune, sing along to some old song, where I learned to play this fiddle 25 years ago. Well, someday soon I'll give up Grandma's fiddle to younger hands that want to carry on. From the big blue Montana sky, you know that I will keep an eye, where I learned to play this fiddle, how I love to play this fiddle, where I learned to play this fiddle 25 years ago, where I learned to play this fiddle, how I love to play this fiddle, where I learned to play this fiddle 25 years ago. I get the great honor of bringing back to our stage, absolutely, a camp favorite for, any idea how many years,
I was
Mike?
trying to think about that. Maybe, could it be 20?
Could be 20, could be 20. He's been a camp regular and a camp favorite forever. For those of you that aren't fortunate enough to know him, Mike has played with the best of the best in Nashville. He's played all over the world. He's just a unique and wonderful talent. He can pick the fire out of one of these fancy guitars he carries with, I think these are hubcaps from 37
Right.
Plymouths, aren't they, in the middle of that?
right.
Something like that.
Just got out of the body shop.
This just came back from the body shop. It's all shined up, looking real nice. So I'm going to get out of the way so he can get set up because he's a real pro. It takes a little setup to get this guy ready. You can't just walk up to a mic and do this. You got to be set up just right. So I'm going to get out of the way. While he's setting up, though, while he's walking up here to do it, make welcome Mike Dowling.
Thank you. Thank you. Try to make this quick. Yeah, okay. Good. All right, how's everybody doing? What a great week it's been. For me, I know we've all tried to find a way to get through this last year and a half and come out the other end all right. And I'm so happy to be here. And I want to first acknowledge the Buckleys, Fred and Jeannie and Caitlin and their whole crew, everybody that keeps this going here. Fred called me, I was down in Mexico, and I said, you just let me know if the camp's happening, I'll be glad to come back. Anytime. Even if you don't ask me, I'm gonna be there. Right? I might just drop in, get myself a little pop-up camper and be close by, and in case I get the call. You know? Pardon me? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is a national guitar. This is made out of brass. It's got nickel plating, so it's all nice and shiny. It's really heavy. This is original heavy metal. This is a good sit-down guitar. If you've ever played a brass instrument outside in the sun, you know what happens after it warms up. It kind of acts like these fiddles, you know. You just got to keep tweaking it and keeping after it. Okay. Just getting started. How about them Buckleys? Thank you very much. That was a tune called the Bottleneck March. No, that was called Street Corner Rag. Well, my name tag says Chapala, Mexico, but recently relocated back to the old country here, and living in Shoreview, Minnesota. Only been living there 2 weeks, and I have to admit, when I filled out the paperwork for Jill there, I wrote down Shoreville instead of Shoreview. I've only been there a few days, so I probably shouldn't say that out loud to you. We had a great time down there, but wanted to come back and be closer to family and for a lot of other reasons. So here we are. I've never lived in Minnesota before. It's the Gopher State. I was born in Wisconsin. It's the Badger State. So I guess any place that has a state mascot is some sort of varmint seems to be fine with me, so I feel at home. Never had any bad experiences in Mexico, except the first time we crossed the border, and we ran into who the federales call the bad boys. We were driving a Honda Odyssey with a big old roof bag, the come and rob me roof bag on the top, so we had to pay a little. Well, we got stopped on the road and shaken down for $100. So, and then we were allowed to pass through. So, more like a transaction. But you know what? We got a receipt. We got a receipt. And they said if anybody else tries to hassle you, you show them this. That's what our friend Marco, who was traveling with us, that was the interpretation of everything. So. As scary as that was, we came out all right. Back in the 80s, Ry Cooter and John Hyatt and Jim Dickinson wrote a song for the film called The Border back then, and I'm going to play it. It just talks about the desperation of people coming the other way. It's called Across the Borderline. There's a land, so I've been told, every street is paved with gold, and it's just across the borderline. And when it's time to take your turn, here's a lesson you must learn. You could lose more than you'll ever hope to find. And when you reach the broken promised land, every dream slips through your hand and you roll. It's too late to change your mind. Just to wind up where you are, and you'll still be just across the borderline. Up and down the Rio Grande, 1,000 footprints in the sand reveals a secret no one can define. The river flows on like a breath triste oscuridad. Hoy tenemos que cruzar este río que nos llama más allá. Hope remains when faith is gone, and it keeps you moving on, calling you across the borderline. And when you reach the broken promised land, every dream slips through your hand, and you know it's too late to change your mind. 'Cause you paid the price to come this far, just to wind up where you are, and you'll still be just across the borderline.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just a twist of a little button here. I'm gonna go into a sad key. This is Dad Fad. We had a little slide guitar workshop the other day and today. This is one of the tunes we were just talking about, making some nice sounds in open D minor tuning. So I'm going to play this tune, old traditional tune. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird, and she warbles as she flies. She don't never cry cuckoo till the 4th day of July. Oh, my horses, they ain't hungry, and they won't eat your hay. So I'll ride on just a little bit further, and I'll feed 'em next day. Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird, and she warbles as she flies. She don't never cry played cards in old England, and I played cards in Spain, and I bet you $10 that I'll beat you next game. Oh, the cuckoo, she's up and she warbles as she cries. She don't never cry till the 4th day of July. Jack of diamonds, I have known you of old, and you have robbed my poor pockets of my silver and my gold. Oh, she's a and she warbles as she flies. She don't ever cry cuckoo till the 4th day of July. Thank you. Thanks so much. How did I do that? Well, we've been having a good time with our classes. I sure have. And we spent, I think we spent Monday all day just going, and some other cool rhythms, but kind of feeling the offbeats, which is sort of the doorway into getting a nice swing into your playing, feeling those ups, the ands, in between the foot taps. So. Anyway, purpose of that is to not become like the character in this next song. This is an Irving Berlin song. Oh, I know a professor of great renown, and he is the loneliest man in town. He's as smart as a man can be, but he never has company. Why is he the loneliest man around? Anybody know? 'Cause he ain't got rhythm. Every night he sits in the house alone 'cause he ain't got rhythm. Every night he sits there wearing a frown. He attracted some attention when he found the 4th dimension, but he ain't got rhythm. No one's with him, loneliest man in town. A lonely man is he, leaning over his books. His wife and family keep a giving him dirty looks, 'cause he ain't got rhythm. When they call him up, it's to call him down. With the daring aviator, he encircled the equator, but he ain't got rhythm. No one's with him, loneliest man in town. Take it, okay. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Nailed it. A lonely man is he, leaning over his books. His wife and family keep a giving him dirty looks, 'cause he ain't got rhythm. When they call him up, it's to call him down. With the daring aviator, he encircled the equator, but he ain't got rhythm. No one's with him, loneliest man in town. Thank you. I'd like to call Natalie up. Oh, come on up. I saw Natalie playing the boron, right? That's what it is? The other day, and I thought, well, maybe we could fit that with this this instrumental, this great Duke Ellington tune. Oh, it's almost in tune with me. I'm almost in tune with me. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Uh-huh. It's that microtonal discrepancy that I no longer worry about after I heard Jesse's explanation the other day. Especially when I play bottleneck, which some people call the pitch approximator, right? After hearing Jesse do his thing the other night and talking about it and breaking it down, I'm starting to feel better about my intonation. What's wrong with it? Oh, there it is. Come on in. Okay, we're out west now. I think they're aching to sing. What do you think? Let's do the chorus. Oh, nice. With feeling now. Oh, wasn't that pretty? But really, that's enough. Thank you. Let's get out of here. Big finish there. Natalie Padilla. All right. Very good. Well, I'd like to invite up some friends. And we're going to play a Spanish tune. Yeah, Greg and Isaac and Aaron, Finn, Natalie. Yes. One of the great pleasures of doing these workshops and doing them all over the country and all over the world is meeting up with people we ordinarily wouldn't cross paths with. And Aaron is a great example of that. Finn, I've met Finn before. And Greg, I've met Greg before, but I haven't had the pleasure of playing much music with these people, so I didn't want this opportunity to go by. When someone asked me if I did any playing in Mexico, and kind of COVID put a damper on that, but I did get asked to play at our homeowners association meeting because because the president of the homeowners association said, lately the meetings have started off really badly with a lot of fighting and a lot of arguing. So she said, maybe you can bring your guitar and just play something mellow, and maybe it'll just keep folks, kind of keep a damper on things. So this is one of the songs I learned for my homeowners association gig. And I've got a picture of me sitting in a plastic chair like I am all by myself here. And I showed that to somebody and they said, well, at least people were very respectful in these times in keeping their distance, you know. And I said, yeah, but this was just before COVID. Yeah, so. This is called Solamente Una Vez.
It's easy for you to say.
Are we all assembled? I trust you're all behind me.
We're assembled.
solamente una vez. Amé la vida solamente una vez y nada más. Una vez nada más en mi huerto brilló la esperanza. La esperanza que alumbre el camino de mi soledad. Una vez nada más se entregue el alma con la dulce total renunciación. Y cuando ese milagro realiza el prodigio de amarse, hay campanas de fiesta que cantan en el corazón. Una vez nada más se entregue el alma con la dulce total renunciación. Y cuando este milagro realiza prodigio de amarse, hay campanas de fiesta que cantan en el corazón. Let's take that. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to Ken and Natalie for the moment.
Purdy.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Didn't they sound pretty? It's not just me, they do.
Almost sounds like you're down there, doesn't it?
Yeah, sounds like I'm down there. I'm right down there in my plastic chair, right down on the old street. Well, I'm going to turn this down a little bit because we're going to play a Django Reinhardt tune. It's kind of an obscure number, and I was fiddling around with the melody the other day, and I didn't quite remember it, and I heard a sound coming from behind me, and it was Aaron playing it right behind me. Let me tell you something about this man who I just met this week. He might not come out and say it, but he knows some things, okay? I'm going to set up the groove. Yeah, Greg. Great. to have you aboard. What's our, 1, 2, I'm just gonna vamp for a bit. I might vamp later, who knows?
Vamp away.
I'm just in a vamping frame of mind. And here we go. And we got it. I like it. I'm down. Let's vamp. That's Aaron. That's Greg. That's the fours. That's enough. Let's get back to the vamp. All right,
We're vamping.
we're vamp. You know, I got to thinking about this tune, this Django tune, and it's called Mike, by the way. I thought it had a great melody, kind of a nice beat. Had everything, but it didn't have a lyric. The only thing it was missing. I guess Django didn't write a lot of lyrics, but
Django couldn't read, I don't think.
so I started woodshedding, kind of. Even went to John's songwriting class, tried to get some ideas. He's a great teacher, but I just couldn't lock in. And it came to me. And here we go. Well, Mike. Mike. I like it. Mike. this part of the song, it's not important. Mike, 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 Mike. Going home. All right, thank you very much.
You're not gonna let him off that easy, are
What you want to do, Mike?
Let's do kind of a boogie thing in A.
Okay. A boogie thing.
Isaac?
Isaac, time to boogie.
Anybody else out there wants to come up? Nick? Jesse? Anybody?
Come on with it.
When I get the blues, get me a rocking chair. When I get the blues, get me a rocking chair. I go down to the river and I walk away my cares. And when I get lonesome, I jump on the telephone. When I get lonesome, I jump on the telephone. I dial up my baby, tell her I'll be a coming home. And we do this. Well, it's flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. What? Flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. Don't ever leave. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever say goodbye. Come on in, Aaron. That dress with the sun come a-shining through. Yeah, you're wearing that dress with the sun come a-shining through. Well, I can't believe all that mess belongs to you. Hey, Greg. Like a one-eyed cat just a peeping in a seafood store. Like a one-eyed cat just peeping in a seafood store. One look at you, say you don't love me no more. Let's sing. And it's a flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. Oh, don't flop and fly. I don't care if I die. Oh, don't ever leave me, don't ever say goodbye. Hey, Jesse, you back there?
Yeah.
I'll do another one, man. That's Jesse right there. There's Isaac. Mississippi bullfrog sitting on a hollow stump. Like a Mississippi bullfrog sitting on a hollow stump. I got so many women that I don't know where to jump. Give me that chorus now. Well, it's a flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. And it's a flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. Oh, don't ever leave me. Don't ever say goodbye. Mississippi bullfrog sitting on a hollow stump. Like a Mississippi bullfrog sitting on a hollow stump. I got so many women that I don't know where to jump. Last time now, and it's a flip, flop, and flop. I don't care if I die. Well, it's a flip, flop, and fly. I don't care if I die. Don't ever leave. Don't ever leave me. Don't ever say goodbye. Don't ever leave me. Oh, don't ever leave me. Don't ever say goodbye. A little bit quieter now. Oh, don't ever leave me. Don't ever say goodbye. A little bit louder. Oh, don't ever leave me. Don't ever say goodbye. Women, let me hear you. Men, let me hear you. Sing like a girl. Everybody sing it like Elvis. Don't Thank you very much, everybody.
Mr. Mike Dowling and crew, yeah. Mighty, mighty fine. All righty, we're going to rearrange the stage here just a little bit, and then we're going to get our final act of the night out. So just stretch for a minute, and we'll be ready to go in just about one. What do we got here? Oh, we got a missing name tag. Fortunately, it has a name on it. Jasmine, where are you? Here, give it to her. Here, I trust you, Abby. All righty, let's take our seats. Get ready to rock the house again. What a night this is. This next person I'm going to introduce, she's new to our camp. She worked here last week too. You've seen her serving you breakfast, but that's not the best thing she does at all. Trust me. She's pretty good at serving breakfast. She's offered to serve as my color commentator during the auction tonight. That ought to be interesting because she's got a quick wit about her. But nothing I can really tell you. She's a twice national fiddle champ in the Masters down in the south there. She's done an awful lot of fine fiddling with a lot of folks. She's currently serving with the Dan Tominski Band. That ain't no slouch assignment. But there's nothing I can really tell you prepare her for. Once she hits that bow on that fiddle, she tells you all the rest you really need to know. Make welcome Maddie Denton.
Yeah, perfect. How's everybody doing? How about it for Mike Dowling? Tough act to follow, and don't want to follow that. Hey, come on in here. We're gonna start us out tonight with a little Sally Gooden. I know I was teaching that in a workshop. We're gonna try to get as many of the original 13 parts in there as we can, with the F sharp minor part. And I think it's appropriate to start here because I originally started out playing fiddle as a Texas contest style player. So we're gonna start here. I'll play a waltz for you after that, and then we're gonna go lots of other places. So here's Sally Gooden. Shameless plug of my album that I have back there. That one is on my album, but it's bluegrass version, so it's like way faster and yeah. Probably a few fewer chords. Yeah, 1s, 4s, and 5s. I want to take a second. You all already know my rhythm section, but we got Jessie Ma on tenor guitar. Miss Jeannie Buckley on the 6th string. Caitlin Buckley on the bass. And Isaac Callender on the other 6th string. We're gonna do another one that I put on my album called Angel's Waltz. And on the album I dedicated this song to, for those of you that are in the contest fiddle community, we lost several people last year, and one of them being a good friend of mine. He was 20 years old, Matthew Lynn, and dedicate this song to Matthew. It's called Angel's Waltz. Thank you guys. Thank you, the Texas Rhythm section. Now I'm gonna bring out the swing rhythm section. Aaron and John and Mike. Where's Mike? Mike. Mike. I figured, Montana Fiddle Camp happens, only once a year. And there's a bunch of incredible, talented musicians here. And I've been really excited to meet all of them and pick some tunes. And a lot of times I've been way out of my league, being outplayed. And this is going to be another example of one of those times. What a fantastic group of swing musicians we have up here. Aaron Till, back from Nashville, Tennessee. My homies. And is it your birthday today?
It is. 22. Again,
John Lowell, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, round of applause for John. And we got Mike Dowling over here. We're gonna do a little Anytime. How fast you want? Yep,
Yeah, like that?
whatever you want.
1, 2, 3. Anytime you're feeling lonely, anytime you're feeling blue, anytime you feel downhearted, that will prove your love for me is true. Anytime you're feeling about me, that's the time I think of you. Anytime you say you want me back again, that's the time I'll come back home to you.
I'm ready.
Anytime you're feeling lonely, anytime you're feeling blue, anytime you feel downhearted, that will prove your love for me is true. Anytime you're thinking about me, that'll prove I'm thinking of you. Anytime you say you want me back again, that's the time I'll come back home to you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Swing folks. All right. Well, at Fiddle Camp, I think it's important that we push ourselves out of our comfort zone. And I know I pushed my class last week out of their comfort zone, playing in a bunch of different and weird keys. And this week, I'm pushing my class out of their comfort zone with some double stops and some just new stuff. So I'm going to push myself again out of my comfort zone and play some Celtic songs, which I don't ever really get to do that much in Nashville. So Celtic folks, come on out. Yeah. Daniel Delaney, Natalie Padilla, and Finn McGill. So I'm gonna do a medley of two tunes, Celtic inspired, that my friend Daniel Carwile, a renowned Texas fiddle player, wrote. The first one's called Kirkland's Jig, and I'm not exactly sure what the story behind that is. And then the second one is called Rainier's Reel, and that one's named after Mount Rainier in Seattle, which I love that mountain. It's beautiful. Chord charts? You good? Natalie, can you see your chord chart right there?
I can, I just tuned it. Yeah, yeah.
I'm so glad you're here. Ready? One, two, three. Thanks, guys. You stay on. The shuffling of musicians up here. So, if you were here last week, I played this tune at my concert, and because I wrote it, I wanted to play it again. I actually co-wrote it. My boyfriend and I got, cooped up during COVID, and we started binge watching King of the Hill. If you know, you know. This song's called Bobby Ate the Lutefisk. And I thought it'd be kind of cool. So last week we had a different little setup. This week I thought it'd be cool to have just the fiddles. So we've got fiddle, cello, and bass. I'm excited about it.
I'm so excited about it.
Not too slow.
See you then, boys.
Yeah. 1, 2, ready, go. Section. All right. We got a whole bunch more people are gonna get up. Okay. The original one? Yep. Not you. All right, got some new faces. Well, 2 new faces up here now. Just the rotating clan of musicians. I figured, why not? I'm so happy to be here. This week has, well, these last 2 weeks have really been amazing, and I just want to pause and give a special shout out to Fred and Jeannie for having such an incredible fiddle camp. Thank you so much. It's obvious that a lot of hard work and dedication goes into making this camp run as smoothly and as family-friendly and good vibes as it does, and I just really appreciate this oasis that I've had for 2 weeks. So thank you for having me. Thanks to the sound guys for, doing all of this. That's a lot of work too, and bless their hearts, because I've had about 20 people already come and back me up, so I appreciate you guys being flexible with that. We got Greg and Nick up here now, so we're gonna do an original song, and I'm a little bit scared about it because it's the first time I've ever done it. And I was really sad, I guess, one day, and emotional, and I just went down a rabbit hole, and I got started thinking, like, what would I ever do without my mom? And I wrote this song about loss, and even though the loss hasn't happened yet, I just, I love my mom a whole lot, and the song was inspired by her, but especially with the year we've had with COVID and losing so many friends, this song is about taking care of your loved ones after they're gone. I'm gonna get a drink of water and then we're gonna do it. And not too slow because I might die. This is the one I've been nervous about this whole time, so. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's faster. I thought we'd have forever, that you'd stay with me, but it's not up to us to say when angels get their wings. You left me all alone in a world so cold and gray, without your light to shine my lonesome way. On the mountain, you can see from miles around, hear the songbirds calling. I thought you'd like the sound. The day is fading, and it's time for us to part, but you will always live within my heart. Like the whisper of the wind drifting through the trees, you linger in my soul and fill my mind with memories. In tender light of morning, the sun glistens off the dew, and all things that have beauty I find you. On the mountain, you can see from miles around, hear the songbirds calling. I thought you'd like the sound. The day is fading, and it's time just learning that today, like an hour ago. Whew, that's a tough one. Thanks. What's next? Ooh. This is, now that was the one I was really nervous about. This is the one I'm really excited about. A lot of these guys I'm just meeting this week. Nick and I have been fast friends for several years now, since too long. And
Oh, I see how it is.
no, if you were here last night, you heard Nick talk about that we met at a New Year's Jam in 2015, going into 2016, and it's been a blast picking with this guy and giving him heck.
Apparently it's been too long.
Too many years of that. But Natalie, and John, and I live in Nashville with Caitlin, so yeah. No, we love Caitlin, and we love her cooking. But John and Natalie, I just met last week, first day of camp, and I was minding my own business, doing my thing, and I heard Natalie play this song that we're about to play for you, and I immediately dropped everything and ran to listen because I thought it was incredible. And so Natalie wrote this song. It's called The Breakdown, and I was really kind of glad she didn't play it in her set the other night because I wanted to play it in mine. So I was like, Natalie, can you please teach that to me? Can I record that so I can learn it and play it? And so that's what we're gonna do for you guys now, and I'm really excited about it. It's called The Breakdown, written by the one and only Natalie Padilla. You count us off.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I don't think they're done, Maddie. I think they want a little more of that.
Wow, thank you guys so much. Well, Caitlin told me that some of you that might have been here last week had a couple requests for this song. Where did Natalie go? Okay. So this one is also on my solo album that's over there. I just released it as a single, actually, while I was here at this camp. So I ended up not promoting it very much because there's not a lot of internet. So it released, and I was like, oh, well, bye. So I don't know how it's doing, but this one's called Glory in the Meeting House, and stay tuned for the auction after this. You know, vibe, play what you feel, all that good stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Maddie Denton, mighty fine, mighty fine. Wow. All righty. Have a seat. We're going to auction off some stuff, some good stuff. Let me tell you what we do in the live auction. We get all this stuff donated, you can see all around you, and it's a lot of fun for the silent auction. And then we go cherry picking from the silent auction material that's donated to use for live auction stuff. Randy, would you do me a favor and shut those doors? Yeah. And like we say, we raise so much money in the auction each time. It's been climbing year after year. And that's what keeps your fees down low and us able to bring all these professionals like Maddie and all those folks in from Nashville and Minnesota and Wisconsin. Usually we have Canadians here. We will next year, I'll bet you. And we got some fine, fine talent that comes from there.